Yay. Welcome to our very first team call of 2026. When I really haven't had a whole lot of time to sit and reflect, as I was telling you all, having just a house full of so many people and they just left. And so I feel like I've not had a chance to really reflect on 2025 and think through goals and hopes and dreams for 2026. But here's what I can tell you. 2024 was a really hard year for me with my business. And I know it was hard for a lot of people. 2025 to me, when I think about that year and the business, I feel like that was a place where, as a woman of faith, I feel like the Lord just kind of met me and kind of steadied me and just showed me, like, this is still a really great place to be. Even in the highs, even in the lows, even when you might have team members that stop, or you've got customers who've been with you for a long time and they quit, like, even in those lows, the Lord was just so sweet to remind me this is a very, very beautiful opportunity that we have with the community, with the customers, with just the products, with the self-development, the growth, the learning, the fun trips that we get to take, all the things. And so I feel really, really excited as we embark on 2026. And I hope you guys know I'm not like I don't know another phrase, and this is very vulgar. So I don't really know another phrase, but like I'm not a blow smoke up your, kind of girl. Like I'm not going to say something if I don't actually believe it. And there's a piece that I feel about 2026. In December, I reached out to all of my customers who had not ordered in a year or more. And I just offered to them, hey, I can help you cancel your account so you don't have to pay that annual membership. Or I'd be happy to help you restart and get the free reset, kind of get started back on your health again. And you guys, I had so many people, old customers, that said, hey, you know what? I forgot how much I love that stuff. I want to get restarted. I had so many. I signed 4 people in December. 3 of them were return customers. And I have like 4 or 5 more that want to sign up in January. So what that tells me is that people see the value of these products. Even if you have a customer that wasn't consistent and stopped their products, you have no idea if they're going to want to come back. And then who knows, they might be your next Lacey Wilcox. They might have an incredible change in their health because they're now finally ready to get restarted. And then they might catch that vision because you have been consistent, because you have kind of like blazed that trail of what this opportunity could be for them and their family. And so I say all this to say, welcome to 2026. We're going to see some really beautiful changes, and I'm really, really excited. And I keep feeling like the train is moving, and I really want every single one of you to jump on that train with us. I don't want any of you guys left behind. And so I can't think of anybody else that I would want to have come and welcome us into the new year than my dear friend Sheila Medina. She is someone that was just this icon to me when I first started. And she seemed, like her story, she's been with Plexus for almost 18 years. She was the pioneer of Plexus. And then I got to serve on advisory board with her, and I got to see her heart. I got to see how much she loves her grandchildren. I got to see how much she loves her husband and her daughters and their husbands. I got to see how passionate she is about Plexus. I got to see that, just like me, she's not somebody that's just going to say something just to say something. She genuinely believes in this opportunity and in these products. And she's got such a history here that is so rich that when you hear her talk, you can't help but like your belief just explode. And so I'm so excited to have Sheila come and just share a little bit with us tonight. So you guys get out your pen, get out your paper, and just take lots of notes. Sheila, thank you for being here. Go ahead.
Thank you, Emily. I hope I can live up to all that. So I'm excited to be here. I know Emily had asked me a couple times last year, and just like everybody else, I've had some weird couple years. I lost my sister and I lost my mother all within 11 months of each other, and so it was a tough year for me, and it bled over from one year to another. So everybody has things, right, that happen in their lifetime. It's just I remember my niece. Christmas Eve, her house caught on fire. This is the same niece that just lost her mom. And so, and she said, "Oh my goodness, Aunt Sheila, is this what life is going to do to me?" And I said, "You know what? Life is going to just throw us curveballs, throw us things that we never dreamed would throw us. But it's all about how you handle it, how you perceive it. And we started talking, and through our conversation, guess what? The silver lining is that house has been a thorn in her side for years. And now she's going to be able to leave it and start somewhere new. And so we found the silver lining in the most awfulest of things happening at the most awfulest time of the year, right? So it really is how we react to the things that's happened to us in the past. I was telling somebody the other day, my mother nor my sister would want me to waller. That's a very southern word. Waller, and you might not understand some of the things I say because I am very southern. They would not want me to waller in grief. I've had some grief. It comes and goes. You never know when grief's going to hit you. Little things happen and it just throws me into a tailspin. But they loved how much I loved. I don't know if this makes sense, but they loved how much I loved my plexus business. They were my biggest cheerleaders. And, my mom would always say, well, you can come stay with me. Just get on your phone if you need to. It's okay. Because she knew I had things to do with my plexus business. And I went to all the MD Anderson appointments with my sister. And guess what? Even the advisory board didn't know I was at MD Anderson on a call because I could prioritize those types of things. She was in somewhere and I had a minute and I would go get on a call, or I'd call somebody or have a discussion or answer some questions. But it really is about how you handle things, because if you think life is just going to be rosy, well, you have on the wrong colored glasses, right? Because it's just not the fact. Things are just going to happen. It's all about how we handle it. And so when Emily was talking, I made notes, just like things were just popping in my head. And one of them was, I had someone say, and y'all probably know who Eric Worre is. I had the opportunity to do a little training with him in Quebec City when the Star Diamonds were on their trip. And so he said some things that really just like shocked and awed me. And you can't really do that when you've been in the business for 18 years, right? I'm like, oh, I've heard it all. Come on now. But he said something that I thought was so like in my face. He said, you guys don't realize how much of a magic business you have. If you think about the magic of it all, and I'm not talking about Houdini kind of magic, I'm talking about the magic of it all. Like, where could you go and offer something to friends and family that you know works, whether it's the product or the opportunity? That's magical. Like, we have something that is so unbelievably magical, and I'm talking to myself. I always tell people when I have a conversation, I'm talking to myself, okay? Um, we have this thing that we do, and it's like we keep it a secret. Like, we're so shy or embarrassed or whatever the word is that comes to your mind of why you don't share it with certain people, right? People always ask me if you could go back 18 years and do something differently. I have the same answer for every time someone asks me that. The thing I would do differently, because I've seen what it did and how it does and how many people have been just, their whole lives have been changed because of plexus, is I would have never had a chicken list. There would have been no such thing. I would have talked to anybody, everybody, because I knew what was going to happen. I knew that you were going to see something from taking the product. I know you'll get something out of the opportunity. So I would have never had a chicken list. Remember, they would say, oh, make a list of people that you're scared to talk to. No, no, no. There would be nobody I'm scared to. Think about just the while you've been in plexus. Really? How many people, no matter where you are, how many people wish they were where you are? Whatever that looks like. Whether it's just you have extra grocery money, you have extra gas money, or you get to stay home more days out of the week, or whatever the case may be. There are people out there going to bed every night wishing and praying and hoping they just have what you have. And you think it's not enough, right? Because that's who we are. We never have enough. We never think this is enough. And I don't want you to think it's enough. I want you to keep going forward. But there are people that wish they're back here. They just wish they were here. Meet you where you are, right? And then you need to keep moving forward so people want to meet you where you are. You've got to keep moving forward. So wherever you are in your business, here comes my bluntness. I don't really care. Doesn't mean anything to me, because it's a new year. It's a new me. It's a new whatever little catchphrase you want to use. I don't care, because this is your opportunity to do something different. To do something different, or how about this? What's old is new again. How about whatever you were doing that was working the first time around or is working for you currently? Please don't stop doing it. You see, we tend to do things, and as soon as it gets kind of moving and grooving, we look for the next flashy thing. Oh, let me go follow this person. They seem to have it all. Let me go do what they're doing. When in reality, people were watching what you were doing and they were getting excited and they were getting pumped about what you were doing, not the shiny thing over here that Sarah Sue was doing, right? It's what you're doing. And so there are people that you can influence in your circle, but you're just not influencing them because you're keeping it a secret. You're not quite loud enough about what it's doing for your health or what it's doing for the opportunity or that you did get to buy extra gas. Like it can be the silliest of things. I got to tell my children yes in the grocery store when they wanted to pick something off the shelf I don't usually let them do, right? Like you could say yes, or you had a choice to say yes or no. It wasn't just a no because you couldn't do it. You had a choice to say yes or no. So what a magical business we have. And what are we doing with it? Right? But here's our opportunity to start fresh. Because I was telling someone today, they were like, well, I don't know if I really want to share because I'm not making the amount of money I wished I could make, or I think I should be making. And I said, yeah, but when you talk to someone, are you relaying that on them? And if so, why? They didn't know that. They know that you're not where you want to be. Nobody's ever where they want to be, but stop putting that on the people. Like it's almost like one of those things where you talk people in and out of it. Like, oh, I know you'll want to do this business. Now, I'm not making as much money as I'd want to, but I know that you can be successful. Hello, why do we do that? Why do we do that? There's absolutely no reason to do that. Stop portraying whatever that's going wrong or you don't think you're doing perfectly in your business onto someone else because you don't know what they can do. So don't hold them back because of what you may or may not be accomplishing. And look, all it takes is one or two sparks on your team and things get going. You just never know. So what's old is new again. I'm going to talk about that some more Super Saturday. I hope all of you have registered for Super Saturday. There's a big reason to because you're going to get three $10 codes, okay? Three $10 codes to use. If you sponsored someone in December, I heard you say, Emily, you sponsored 4 people in December. All 4 of those people are going to get three $10 codes for being new in December. Did you know that? And guess what? I had to record something today and I found out that those codes are going to start going out Wednesday. You didn't hear that from me. Okay. So those codes are going to start going out on Wednesday. They shouldn't have told me. They didn't say I had to keep it a secret. So here we go. Because they weren't sure if they were going to be able to go start email them until after Super Saturday, but it looks like they're going to be able to start tomorrow, no, day after tomorrow. So that's really cool. So a couple of reasons you want to get yourself registered is because you're going to get those 3 codes. You want to look back at the people that you sponsored in December and be emailing them shortly when you for sure know that they're coming out and saying, hey, did you get your codes? And that's a whole nother conversation. Now, here's the thing. If you did not sponsor anybody in December, who cares? It's a new month. Okay. I don't have anybody in December that's going to get a code. Okay. So what? Right? There'll be another way for them to join. We have specials all the time. There's lots of reasons for them to join. Free shipping right now, $1 membership right now. You don't need a $10 code. Okay. You just need to get started. You just need to start the conversation with people. You know, our products are proven. I talk a lot about our products. Even when I'm talking to someone, I get them on the products first, okay? I'm all about selling the product and then I sell the opportunity. But really, our products are proven. I mean, they've been proven over and over and over again. I bet you from the people that I can see on this screen, there's a few testimonies in here. Would you agree? There's some few testimonies in here. So we don't need to oversell our product. What we need to oversell is the opportunity. And that doesn't necessarily mean building this huge business. It just means simply getting them to share with someone. You know, one
She's in the country. She will probably be right there. Hold, please. Sheila
of
just
my best words, who do you know? So I love that. Like, who do you know? Because you just never know what is their situation that they're going through. Even if they look fabulous on Facebook and Instagram, that's not necessarily their life. Y'all know that, right? So if you don't offer them the opportunity, then perhaps you didn't have the opportunity to answer their prayer, hope, or wish. And that's a shame, isn't it? You have a lot of power in your hands with this business. So what are you doing with it? Are you sharing it? Are you telling people about it? Or are you just keeping it to yourself? Because you just want to have all the healthy benefits, right? You don't want anybody else to have those benefits. Of course not. So you want to start sharing. So whatever happened last year, release it. If you don't release it and carry it forward, if you carry it forward with you, guess what? You're going to have the same type of year. You got to release whatever had happened last year, whatever did or did not happen, whatever that person that started the business with you and then all of a sudden started ghosting you. Who cares? Leave them in last year. Because remember, this is what I say to people all the time. Imagine that there are thousands and thousands of people waiting behind that one person that just told you no. And if you wallow about that one person telling you no, then you can't get to the thousands that are waiting on you, right? I always say to myself, oh my gosh, there's tens of thousands of people waiting and you're in my way with your no. Excuse me, I'll come back to you later. There are thousands of people that want to hear what I've got to say, right? Or what I've got to show them or what I need to tell them about our products and our opportunity. Do not let that one person stand in your way of thousands of people that need to know about Plexus. It is their choice if they decide to do anything. It is your job to give them the information. Your job is to give them the information, right? You try to close the sale, but your job is just to be a beacon of information. And I think if you release everything and just think about what it is I need to do this year to be successful. And look, you can eat an elephant one bite at a time. So regardless of what your goal is, break it down. Break it into bite size for you. Not the bite size that Emily has, not the bite size that Sarah has, but the bite size for you, right? Create your own path to whatever your success looks like. Because everybody's success looks different. And the minute we realize that, the more exciting everything becomes. I was looking at some statistics and I have this little Y-plexus sheet. And 2 out of 3 Americans struggle with gut health issues. Hello, if that's not enough people for you to figure out who you need to talk to, 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4 are living paycheck to paycheck. So we don't need to talk to anybody about how they can make an extra $10,000 a month. We can talk to them about how they can make an extra couple $100 a month, right? Bite size. Did you know that the health and wellness industry is projected to do over, I think it's up to, in 2022, it was over 400 billion for the year. I don't know what it is right now, but I know it's a lot. I think someone said 600 billion is projected this year. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's more than 400 billion because that's the statistics from 2022. So right now, everywhere you go, if you watch any commercial, but even by accident, you're going to hear something about some type of struggle, right? Everything on TV is about, but I don't even trust the people on TV telling me I need to take this one pill and it's going to cure 25 ailments I've got, right? But I do trust Plexus because things are clinically proven. Things are patented, clinically proven. I have testimony after testimony after testimony. I built my entire business on testimonies. So that's all I did was share testimonies. Oh, really? Somebody tell me a problem they're having. If you listen, people are going to share their issues. Have you noticed? I don't know about you, but I can go to Walmart for whatever reason, the lady behind the counter before I leave, I seem to know everything I need to know about her. Uh, my husband doesn't even like to take me to Walmart with him because I don't go to Walmart very often. And he says, if I take you, then I know I'm going to be there for a while. And I'm like, why? He said, because just random people stop and talk to you. Like, I don't understand it. But I think I do. I don't know about you guys, but I tend to smile at people. And it's amazing to me what a smile will do. It just blows my mind. People have asked, do I know you? You look so familiar. And know me. But I smiled, and for whatever reason, they felt comfortable to say, hey, do I know you? So are you smiling when you're out and about? I don't know. Do you? When you're doing your lives, do you smile? Is a smile coming through the post that you're making? Because I truly think a smile can change everything. So I love to smile. And a little bit about Plexus. These are some things that you probably know, but we're debt free. And I don't know if you know how important that is. It's so important to be debt free. The companies that you see that are going affiliate or they look like something's going on with them, it's all money issues. It's not necessarily a personality problem at the office, it's money issues. So to have a business or to have a company that we partner with to be debt free is huge. And we've been debt free ever since I can remember. Debt free because we are good stewards of our money. Tarl is an exceptional steward of our money and he loves this business. He is all in, just like me. We're all in. We made a pact 18 years ago that everything we did in Plexus was going to have to be a win-win. It's got to be a win for the company and a win for the ambassador. And if it's not, then we don't do it. And he's kept that promise to me for 18 years. And there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to keep it for the next 18 years because he's a good steward of his money and he's a good steward of Plexus. And it's nice to have somebody like that as our CEO. And you might not know him personally, and that's okay. You don't need to. You just need to know that he's a really good CEO. He's a good guy. And yes, he left for a few minutes and he came back because he thought somebody might could do a better job than him. And so he went out and learned. Learn more about being a CEO, learn more about all the things, and now he's back. And so it's exciting because what I have seen happen in the last 6 months since he's been back is no more than an answered prayer, honestly. Because I don't know if you guys can feel it, and Emily alluded to it, but there's a rumble happening right now. And I do believe that we are going to go into some huge momentum this year. And there are a few teams already there, but I say the masses aren't. And it's okay to say that. It's okay to be honest. But I feel a huge shift coming. And that shift starts with us. And if you heard my little thing on um, the jump off call, the jump start call for January 1, which I didn't know I was doing until just a few minutes before, that kind of thing. But anyway, it was quick. It was quick. I didn't know what we were going to talk about. We were going to talk about the codes, but they weren't ready. So we had to kind of redo it. And I just said, if we go into momentum, what are you going to do? Are you going to watch it? Are you going to jump in and be a part of it? So my question to you is, are you going to watch it? Or are you going to be a part of it? Because it starts with you. You can't watch the company have momentum if you're not doing anything. You've got to do something in your business to create your own momentum so that you can enjoy the momentum that the company's having. You see, you work off of that momentum. But if you don't do anything personally in your business, you won't get to enjoy the momentum that the company is going to have, because I guarantee you, Carl is going to pull out all the stops. You can already see that with the things that are coming this January, February, March. And so he's going to pull out all the stops to make sure that we are so successful this year. And that means we're going to go into momentum. And I just want you to know, I hope each one of you jump in with it. So I don't know if I've actually talked to this group before. Have I? Have I talked to you guys before?
I don't know if we've had you as a special guest, Sheila.
Okay. So has anybody did my little belief test before? Anybody? Do you want to do it right quick? Good. Good. If you got a pen and paper, great. If you don't, do it in your head, you'll be okay. So what this little test is on a scale from 1 to 10, I want you to tell nobody but yourself. You're not going to share it with me. You're not going to share it with Emily. You're not going to share it with your best friend. This is just for you, okay? So I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Can we do that? Some head shaking? Okay, good. So I'm going to ask you about a couple things, and on a scale from 1 to 10, I want you to rate your belief level. 1 is no, I have no belief, and 10 is I'm all in. Okay, I got huge belief on that. So we'll start with something easy, right? How about belief in our products, the Plexus products? On a scale from 1 to 10, make a note to yourself. What's your belief level? Okay. Um, I better write them down so that I know which ones to go back to. All right, product. How about our opportunity? On a scale from 1 to 10, how do you feel about it? Okay, how do you rate it? How about the company Plexus Worldwide? And instead of opportunity, let's go back and change the second one to the comp plan. Okay, how do you feel about the comp plan? Product, comp plan, company. And then the fourth one, we're going to do yourself. Okay, this all relates to Plexus. So now, the first time I ever did this was with our one of our first jewel trainings we had many, many years ago. And I had all these diamonds and sapphires and emeralds sitting in a room, and we did this belief, and I was a little bit more extreme. I think I did 7 or 8 things, and they wanted to share. I was like, okay. And man, they were excited because they were a solid 8. Okay. They were pretty excited with themselves for a solid 8. And I was like, well, I'm not sure if you deserve to be a jewel. You know why? Because your belief level is not as high as it needs to be. But that's okay because I want to take you there. Okay. I want to take your belief level to wherever it is right now to a 10, maybe even a 10 and a half if you're really excited about it. Okay. Um, we already talked about the product. Oh my gosh, it's already proven. Come on. Does anybody here not like the product? I mean, everybody loves the products. Hopefully you take the products. You should be taking the products. The testimonies that I have heard make me have a 10 for the product because it has absolutely changed people's lives. Okay. Their health, it has changed their health. And if you don't know of someone with a good testimony, reach out to Emily because I'm sure she can hook you up with somebody that's got an amazing testimony. Okay. And then that will take that belief level. The next one is our comp plan. If you have received $1 from our comp plan, you should be a 10 because if they pay you, it is real. Okay. If you have referred someone and you made a business building bonus or you made a pay point or you made a retail override, whatever it is, if you've made any money with Plexus, you know it's real. And you know people that are making money. You know it's real. You should be a 10 on the comp plan because there's nowhere else that a company allows you what's called a pay point, which is basically a shareholder with the money that Plexus makes. All the money that Plexus makes, pretend like it's put into a pot, okay? Half of that pot is to keep the company going. It pays the team, it pays everybody's salary, it purchases products, it takes all the clinical trials, it does everything that Plexus needs to do. The other 50% comes back to us and pay points, all the different ways that you can make money, business building bonuses, promos. No, promos is on their side. Every way that you get paid through the comp plan in your check, that comes from the other 50%. So you get a share of what everybody sells, not just yourself, but what everybody sells. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're always cheering each other is because it's not just about what you do, it's about what everybody does, because what everybody sells, and we're just asking people to buy enough product for themselves, right? Whatever they purchase during the course of the month goes into that pool. And we get a piece of that. And then we get profit sharing through PayPoint. Profit sharing. And what did you have to do? You had to make sure you had $100 PV. You had to make sure you had $100. So basically, you had about $130 worth of product, or maybe you have a customer that helps you with that, whatever the case. But that's all you're required to do. And you get to be in a profit share with a company that makes hundreds of millions of dollars a year? Really? That's pretty exciting. Magical business, right? So I hope you're 10 on that. The company. Okay. The things they have put in place for us, I've already talked about some of this, being debt free. If you've ever been to corporate, and I hope one day you get an opportunity to go to corporate, did you know that every Friday they spin a wheel and everybody stops work for about 20 minutes? We don't know that, but they all stop working and they all gather in the lobby. And there's this big wheel and it gets spun and there's dollar amounts there. And if whatever you do during the course of the week, people are getting tickets for that work there. Maybe they helped someone on the phone and someone overheard it and you got an extra ticket. So everybody gets a ticket in the barrel, they spin the barrel and they pick a name and they spin the wheel and people, they give away $400, $200. Oh, let's double it and make it $800. Let's give away this. And they give away cash every week, probably close to $2,000 every week to their employees. It is the most phenomenal thing you've ever watched. And I remember one time when I was there, they actually have two wheels. One wheel is over in the warehouse, and the other wheel is at the corporate office. And I decided to go over to the distribution center because I don't know, it would just be a different spin of the wheel, right? And so I went over there, and so happened Tall was over there, and he said, okay, you're not going to believe what happened. He said, this morning I was leaving the house, and he said, I saw my son John waving me down, waving me down. He said, Daddy, you forgot the money. Mom went to the bank yesterday and got all the money. He said, well, what she didn't know is I didn't know she was going to the bank, so I went to the bank and I got out the money. So now I've got all this extra money. So he doubled every single thing that they gave away in that day. Can you imagine? You came to work that day and it was Thanksgiving week. You came to work that day and you wasn't sure about how much you were going to be able to do for Thanksgiving or for the holidays. And because of a spin of a wheel and you did your job that week, you took home $800 cash that day. They just cash in their pocket. Our company is so special, and it just kills me that people can't really see inside. They don't give themselves enough accolades. We're always winning awards. I mean, it's just amazing all the things that we get, but they really don't talk about it. It's like they're keeping it a secret. And I've gotten on to them about that a little bit. But if you I hope you can feel it coming through how much I love this company and I see what they do personally. And I wouldn't talk about it unless I truly believe that they are changing people's lives that work for them. And I just think that's a beautiful thing. So I hope you love the company. Here's the big one, yourself. I know you probably didn't give yourself the number you really deserve. I'm just going to say that out loud. But let me just say something. You know, belief in yourself is the hard one. But I believe that if you believe in all the other things, it will help that belief in yourself. Because you are perfect. You are enough. You are everything that you're supposed to be, right? It's just up to you. That belief in yourself, you got to give yourself grace when things don't just happen the way you want it to happen. Because there's something better coming down the road. Maybe there was a silver lining on that. You just never know. But you got to have belief in yourself, because how are you going to talk to people about the product and the opportunity and the company if you don't believe in you? You know, I had someone tell me one time, well, no one in my family has ever been successful. Well, why not you? Why don't you be the first person that's successful in this network marketing thing, right? Why don't you be the one that 20 years from now, they're sitting around the Christmas table and, oh my gosh, you see, she used to talk about Plexus all the time. Well, guess what? How much money she made, and you just keep them guessing because they watched you and they're like, if she did it, I know we can do it. And maybe someone's saying, oh, yeah, she's going to pass me that business later one day, right? So you got to have belief in yourself so that you can be a part of what's going to be in the future. And so I want you to just break the chains that are holding you back from being the best you can be. So build that belief in yourself, whatever that might take. Go listen to a podcast, go read a book, go talk to someone that will encourage you. Do not let your belief in yourself get so low that you don't feel like you can come back. Look, Emily has got enough belief for all of you. I believe that. She loves this company. She loves this business. That's why we're here on a Monday night at 8 o'clock. It's because she loves you. And she has enough belief for each and every one of you. So accept that belief. Accept it and do something with it. Don't let it sit there. Do something with it because you're worth it. I believe in you. I have enough belief for every single one of you. If you need to get in touch with me, Emily knows how. I'm happy to talk to anybody because I truly believe it's up to you. If you want to make 2026 your year, I believe it can be your year. And I think you have the most amazing leader ever that can help you make sure that it is your year as a team and as an individual. Okay, I hope I didn't talk too long.
Sheila, you didn't tell us we needed to bring Kleenex. Like we're all like just sobbing over here. This is what we needed. 2019, November of 2019, I went to my very first Jewel training, and Sheila was there. She was one of the speakers. I think that was the very first time I met her. And I was in Emerald, and we did a dinner, and I sat at a round table with her. And this is 2019, okay? And she tells us there's something happening. And I see her hands do this. She says, there is a rumbling that's coming, like something big is coming. And that was November of 2019. We hit 2020 when the world shut down, but the world needed health and they needed income from home. That was when we skyrocketed to Sapphire. That's when we skyrocketed to Diamond. And we were barely holding Emerald in 2019 when she said, I feel something coming. So I hope you heard her say a few moments ago, she's feeling that rumble again. And she has her ear to the ground. She knows what's coming from corporate. She knows what the executives are thinking, what they're feeling, what they're researching, what their counsel is telling them to do. She knows those things and she's feeling this. And when I joined Plexus in January of 2017, I remember having that thought, if I don't do it, somebody else here will. And that is what drove me because I remember thinking, I know what this has done for so many other people. Why not me? I am not salesy. I love people. I love relationships. I don't have a medical minded bone in my body. Like, I don't understand science. I don't understand any of that stuff. So I had every reason to fail. But I felt in my soul, if I don't do this, somebody else will, and I will always wonder, why? Why didn't I do this? So, we've had enough of just dragging ourselves for the past 2 years. We've had enough, and I'm not talking to every single one of us, but I'm talking to a lot of us, myself included, just like Sheila said. We've had enough of feeling sorry for ourselves. We've had enough of making excuses, of not believing in ourselves, maybe believing what rude people are saying or what they're not saying, or thinking what they're thinking, which is not even true. Enough is enough. It doesn't matter. Go and do something that's purposeful. And if people don't want the products, that's okay. Maybe they will one other day. I didn't want them for 4 years. And then when it came time, I wanted them badly. But you guys, like Sheila said, I look at every single one of you. I'm looking at every single one of you right now. And by the way, we have 30 people, so we're doing a fun little drawing in just a moment.
Oh, cool.
But I look at every single one of you and I know you. I know your hearts. There are a few new people here that I'm so thankful that you're here. I don't know you yet, but I know who you came from, who brought you here, and they are incredible people. Every single one of you have everything that it takes. So let's do it. Enough is enough. Like, let's freaking do it. Okay. Anybody have any questions before Sheila drops off and we jump into a few things that we want to talk through? Anybody have any questions? Sheila, you are perfect. The perfect person to come and just kind of reset us. I'm so thankful and so grateful because you guys, I've asked Sheila to speak for us a couple times and it's just never worked with the timing. And when I reached out to her last month, I thought for sure she wouldn't be able to. And she was like, yeah, girl, send me the information. So this is a gift from above. I'm so grateful for you, Sheila. She is going to be one of the guest speakers on Saturday for Super Saturday. She's going to be going over the power of three and duplication. If you were like me and you thought that you had registered for Super Saturday, go check your email because you probably didn't actually. I just registered today because I thought I had already registered. So make sure that you are registered for Super Saturday. You do not want to miss. Sheila, especially. She is so good at what she does, and she's like us. She loves people. She's not salesy. She loves people. She loves these products, and she's going to walk us through how to go and create a strong foundation of duplication. Okay, Sheila, thank you so much for being on. Love you deeply. Everybody else, if you can stay on, we're going to do our quick drawing, and then we're going to do some calendar stuff. Okay.
Thank you, Emily. Love you
All
guys.
right. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Okay, so we had 30 people on. That was our fun drawing that we were going to do. I'm going to do, this is just the fastest way I'm going to do this, you guys. I'm going to write a number between 1 and 100 on my sheet of paper. I want everybody else in the chat to guess one number and put it in the chat. Whoever's closest to my number is going to win a $20 Amazon gift card. Ready, set, go. Okay, I'm not going to look. You guys have 5 seconds left to do your number. Okay, everybody done with their number? All right. My number that I did was 82. Who's closest? Who's closest? 82. Unmute yourself. Sarah, maybe. She's at 75. Kristen's at 77. Anybody? Speak up. Carrie Compton's at 77. Oh, we might have a tie. Okay, Sarah. So Carrie and Kristen, we have a tie off. How do you say that? A duel? We have something. Okay, Carrie and Kristen, give me a number between 1 and 50. 50. Put it in the chat. 1 and 50. Carrie and Kristen. Oh my gosh, you guys are too close. Okay, I did 44. So Kristen, you are the winner. Good job. So fun. So Kristen, will you please send me your email address? I'm just going to send it to you via email. Yay, I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, you guys, we are going to jump in. It's 7:41. Here's what I want. I put together a PowerPoint. We're going to go through it because I don't want people going into this month kind of like blind and like having no clue what's going on and feeling overwhelmed. And so I spent a couple of hours today just kind of going through what's coming with from Plexus. And so I want to break it down for you. I'm not going to go into great detail. That's where the help center comes, but I want to share with you guys so you all know like what you have to offer to customers, what you have to offer like to brand new customers, people who haven't joined you yet, who aren't customers yet, what we have coming down the pipeline for our training and ways to just strengthen our business. Are you guys good with that? Okay, and then at the very end, I'm going to do another drawing for we had sorry, I need to figure out how to do this. I can't talk at the same time. I'm going to do another drawing for what we did in Gold Diggers. If you were in that thread, you know what I'm talking about, and that will be at the very end. Okay. Sorry guys. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is for 2026 of January. We have 4 women who have earned a trip to Cancun, and 2 more we're waiting to hear. The other 2 are Carly J and Hannah. They are super, super close, but we don't know yet because they've not hit with the commissions and all those things. So we have 4 ladies. Great job to Lacey, Marta, Nancy, and Lauren. You guys are amazing. That was a really hard contest. So proud of you. We have some team celebrations. We had a new rank up, a silver rank up with Diane, who is under Lauren Farmer. So proud of you both. We had an increase in our points as a whole entire team for the month of December. So we increased in November, and then we increased in points from November to December, which is amazing because December tends to be a slower month. And so that again is super, super encouraging. We had more customer ads in December than we've had in a while. So that was really encouraging. Lauren Farmer leading the way. Again, so proud of you, Lauren, for developing your silver, for earning the trip, and for being the top enroller in December. We are not going to go into details on the convention contest, but I want to make sure everyone is aware of this. So starting January 1st until April 30th is our convention contest. As you can see, and I know it's kind of small here, but there are different prize tiers, and most of the prize tiers are cash. Like, I don't know if you guys see this, but this first one is 1,500 credits. And you get, $50 store credit. Then the next one is $250 cash. Then the next one is a big soiree, like a fancy soiree. Then we have a $500 spending cash, then $1,000 spending cash. And now I can't see what is over there. Hold on a second. Let me move this. Then we have $1,500 spending cash, $2,000 spending cash, and then the top 10 credit enrollers will get $5,000 spending cash. And that's all like compacted, like you get all of that stuff too. And so this is a huge contest. They're having a shopping spree for the convention contest, which we only usually have shopping sprees for leaders retreat. So this is something new that Plexus is trying out, which everyone's very excited about. They have this amazing shopping center that's like 15 minutes away from the hotel where we'll be staying. They'll do the transportation. It's like this huge, amazing thing. So I want people to work for this. Now, the way that you can earn these credits is a reward for just working your business. It's the four pillars that we talk through on growing a strong business. You earn credits by enrolling new customers, by retaining them, so having good customer care, they stick around, they continue to order, by helping people get money in their pockets. So by you either advancing in your rank or you helping people underneath you advance in rank, you're going to get credits on that. And then this is something new that I've not seen before. You also get credits when you have people in your downline register for convention, which is amazing. Like so that is good for us to be talking through to our people, to our customers, inviting them to come to convention with us. And another encouraging thing was that one of the, I think it was maybe the Jewel call today, or I listened to some call, and they were talking about how they anticipate over 9,000 people coming to convention, which again is showing growth because it's not been that high of a number in a while. So that is so encouraging to me. So what I encourage you to do is go to the help center in your back office. And I did this today. I printed off the contest details. I have to read things, I have to highlight things so I can understand it a little bit better. So you go in and you do however you learn the best, however you soak things in, so that way you understand how you can be continuing to grow for this contest. There should also be, and there is actually a tracker in the back office showing you where your points are. So work hard for that. We've got a couple of specials this month for new customers and current customers. Keep in mind that Plexus has extended their $1 membership from December. It's going until January 9th. So keep in mind that it's not all of January. They've extended it just until January 9th. So people who join can come on for $1. Then we also have free shipping. Now, when I signed somebody a couple of days ago, it was a little wonky, but just know that when you sign somebody up this month and they have 100 PV or more, so that's, the equivalent of triplex, or something similar, they're going to get free shipping this month, and then they'll get free shipping on one order in February and in March for their 100 PV or more. So they're really saving $30 right there just by that one special incentive, which is awesome. Then when you have, just like what Sheila was talking about earlier, your December customers and your new January customers who joined for the first time in December or January, they're going to be getting 3 codes emailed to them for $10 off. So let's say I sign Lacey in January, she's going to get an email with 3 like special codes that she can then go give to her sister, her mom, and her best friend. And that's going to save those 3 women $10 for their products, along with their free shipping and their $1 membership. Then those 3 women are going to get 3 codes to share. So what I plan to do is I plan to reach out to all of the people I sign in December, as well as the people I'm signing in January. And I'm letting them know about this. I mean, this is $10 that they can give to their friends. And then if they don't want to use those, I might try to hold on to them and share them with somebody else that is wanting to share or wanting to sign up with me. So that's just me and my tactical thinking there. Then you all know about our rewards program that we had, the perk program that kind of it dissolved at the end of October. And so what I'm seeing right now is that we are still getting a subscription reward, $10 off of 100 PV subscription for you as a current customer and your current customers underneath you. Next is for business builders, different specials and incentives. I can't remember, did Sheila mention this? I know Kanya mentioned this, is that when you sign up for Super Saturday, you are also going to be getting 3 unique codes for $10 off that you can then go and send and share with somebody who wants to sign up for, to be a customer of yours. So make sure you're registered. Go check your email. If you don't see a confirmation, go and register. VIP customers can register for free. those of us who are brand ambassadors, I want to say it's like $24.95, but you are making that money back by those three $10 codes. In the month of January, keep in mind that we are getting double credits for the convention contest. We're getting double credits for rank up. So that's you personally ranking up, that's your team ranking up underneath you. And I believe it's levels 1 through 4 who ranks up that you get credits on. And then you get personal re-rank credits. Those are all doubled in the month of January. So really be focused on helping your group or your new customers go and become silver ambassadors. Then the last two things for the corporate specials and incentives for us as business builders. I'm not going to go into any detail on this one. I want you guys to go and read it in the Help Center, but we are getting development bonuses quarterly. You can accrue bonuses as you are developing silvers and senior silvers in your levels 1 through 4 underneath you. This month, Plexus is matching that bonus. So if I sign Lacey and she goes silver, I'm actually going to get a double bonus from Plexus because I helped her go silver. So go do some research on that. I know there's a lot here. Like I said, I spent hours kind of combing through. And so don't walk away feeling overwhelmed. Know that there are so many articles and resources for you to kind of thumb through on the Help Center or contact me and I'd be happy to walk you through it. Then I'm sure all of you have noticed this, but in our back office, we have this incredible new tool. It's the point projection report. It's live in the dashboard and it's showing you where you are projected to end for the month when your subs run. And just, I think that they're taking all sorts of things that I don't understand into consideration. Now, keep in mind that this point projection is not like set in stone. This is just what they're doing, what they're pulling in their current reports. But that is a really nice way to see, okay, this is where I'm projected to end. So you're not having to go and do all the math yourself. And that kind of gives you an idea of, okay, if this is where I'm projected to end, and if I'm projected to end at, 200, but I want to hit 250 to be senior gold, then there's a 50-point gap. So I need to go and I need to try to find, get 10 people underneath me in my levels, 1 through 3. So that's just a really helpful tool right there. I don't know if you saw this. Rising Jewels is our team page. We put a lot of really important and good quality stuff in that team page that I don't want to be missed. Um, we put this the other day. Super Saturday is coming up this Saturday. I actually, as a diamond, I got samples of the new product that will be announced on Saturday. And I want to give some of the new product samples away to you. And so what I have put in Rising Jewels team page is this exact graphic right here. And I just said, hey, take a screenshot of your registration for Super Saturday, and I'm going to do some drawings and I'll send out those free samples right after they're announced on Saturday, January 10th. So go make sure you do that. It's in Rising Jewels. Also, I thought this was really cool. The keynote speaker is Dr. Shaw. I had no clue who he was, but when I look at his social media, his Instagram, he's got almost 1 million followers. And they were talking today about how he's going to talk through the benefits of our products specifically. And then he's also going to talk on Saturday about the new product and different benefits with that. So I think that credibility, having a medical professional who loves our products and breaks down our products, that helps me feel like I have more credibility to go share this with other people. We're getting to the end here. We have an awesome wellness challenge that just started today, January 5th through the 25th. You can find the information in Rising Jewels, or you can reach out to me and I can send you more information. This is open to you and this is open to your customers. This is open to your new customers. They enter into this Facebook page. I paid money so that way our team could participate. They have prizes, they have a tracker. It's all about like healthy habits. It's our January Wellness Challenge. It's called Step into the New Year. I highly encourage you to get on there, utilize that for yourself, and then have this as a tool to have your different customers and your potentials come and be a part of just to start the year off strong. Keep in mind that we are going to start our winter accountability group next Monday night. We're going to do what we have been doing, where it'll be a 2 month meeting where we don't meet the first Monday of every month because we have our team calls. But other than that, we will do our Monday night accountability calls for 30 minutes, and then we'll do a wrap up 30-minute power hour. So we're working an inactivity that starts next January. I'm sorry, next week, January 12th, and we go until March 30th. And then, last but not least, this weekend in our team thread, if you're not in there and you would like to be, just let us know. But we have a team thread. We did a fun incentive, and we had 20 of you participate. And so I said, I'm going to give away a $25 Amazon gift card winner. All of these women right here are eligible. And so I am going to, where is it? I put all of y'all's names in the wheel. Okay. Can you guys still see this, Lacey? I see you. Can you see it? Okay. We're going to spin to see who wins the $25 gift card. Oh, it's right on the edge. Good job, Rhonda. Woo woo. Okay, so Rhonda, I will send you. I'm going to stop this. Rhonda, I will send you that $25 gift card to Amazon. If you will send me your email address, I will send that out to you tomorrow morning. Thank you guys so much for being on. Does anybody have any questions before we hop off? I didn't get to look at the chat, so if I missed anything, please unmute yourself. Okay, you guys feeling good? As a reminder, we do have just this Zoom link that we have is like a daily accountability. When you jump on to work, when you sit down to work, just go to your thread. If you're in Gold Digger, say, hey, I'm working for 30 minutes. I'm on the Zoom. Come and join me. So that way we have that community. Enough of doing this by ourselves. Like, let's continue to link arms and work together. There's so much more power and so much more fun in that. So we will see all of you guys on Monday of next week to do our start of our accountability group. Invite your people who want to grow in this opportunity. Thank you guys so much for being on, and we will see you all soon. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.